everyone. My name is Rakesh, and I'm a product leader with a track record of driving profitability in e-commerce and SaaS. So today I want to give you a demo of MarginWhiz, a margin optimization product, SaaS product that I have created as a bootstrap. This brings together all my experience and innovations in product development over the years. So let's get going. So you head over to marginwiz.com and that brings you to the website. It's a free sign up, so you can click on get started to get started with MarginWhiz. You can sign in with Google or you can sign in with an email address and password. We'll sign in with Google in this case, and that will give us the link to go to the app. Now, in this case, I will need to sign in again on the app, but you won't need to do that on the actual production environment. So once the app launches, it will bring you to the dashboard. Now, in this case, we have not created an account yet because I'm a new user. You will only need to do this once. So today we will talk about a beauty direct-to-consumer company called Glowmint. They create very high quality serums and they have their own website and a retail store. They want to optimize their margins using MarginWhiz. So let's create the company. So you just create the company once and then it brings you to your dashboard. Now, obviously, this is the first time, so there is nothing in there. So you can head over to projects and create a new project. You can create multiple projects to run successive optimizations at the same time if you wanted to segment by market or by other criteria. So in this case, we will just call it optimization margins. US dollars is the primary currency and Glowmint operates in the US, UK and EU markets. Now, the more information you provide about the project and about the products, the better recommendations you will get from MarginWhiz proprietary recommendation engine, which uses a set of algorithms and AI to give you the best recommendations to optimize your margins at a granular level. Now, the way MarginWhiz operates is that you have different products which have different attributes. So things like color, size, what range they are in, what market they are in, etc., etc. And what happens is that if you have fixed margins across all of them, you are missing out on the opportunity to optimize your margins by those attributes. So, for example, you might have the opportunity for a higher margin on, let's say, large shirts as opposed to small shirts, or black color as opposed to red color, or in a particular market or in a particular range of your products. So this helps you optimize all of that. So in this case, we will just choose fashion and we will say other, and then you can have different channels in here now, in which is your supply channels. So this company has the supply, which is their own production, because it's a direct consumer company, and they have e-commerce, their own site, and also physical retail. The shipping is handled by themselves and the payment is direct to them. The pricing and tax is that they have the VAT on the full commission. Now, of course, that does not apply in the US, so you can create multiple projects if you wanted to segregate that. But this information is actually only used to provide you recommended margins. So even if you select like 20% VAT across everything, which only applies to EU and UK, that will be fine. Now you can connect MarginWhiz to your product catalog and your sales information through an integration or through a manual upload. Now we will go with a manual upload in this case. So you save the project, and that brings you to uploading your product data. So this company is operating and uploading the product data for the duration from, let's say, 1st to the 14th of August, and they are uploading that on the 15th. So let us select that file and then you can select the master data, which is essentially a list of their products, and then the margin, the sales volume, and the sales price for this period. Now, the system is intelligent enough to map your columns accordingly, intelligently using AI, but you can also map any columns which the system is not able to automatically map. So in this case, variant is also a product attribute. So once we have that, then we can save the master data, and the product MarginWhiz will then do its magic. So the data is uploaded successfully, and then it asks you to do the optimization, which is where the real fun begins. Now here you will be running multiple optimization cycles. So you will define the margins as recommended by the system, or you can update them, and then you will apply them to your sales. Then you will come back and upload your sales, and the system will refine your margins subsequently. So what will happen is that you will get to a deeper and deeper level of granularity using different attributes to adjust your margins, and while doing that, your profitability will increase gradually and achieve the maximum profit that is possible through a combination of the cost price and volume that you can achieve to maximize the overall margin that you get from your business. So in this case, the system has calculated based on the data that you have uploaded that your base margin is 26.5%, and currently this is the level of adjustment that is happening on various attributes like color. So pink is selling for higher. Similarly, the 50 ml variant is selling for higher, and also the brightening range in your product is selling for higher. So now what you can do is you can set up the optimization cycle. So in this case, the base margin is 26%. If you want, you can change that, and you can also select the target attribute. Now the system automatically provides you the recommendations based on the AI and the algorithms, which are based around a lot of learning, a lot of data, and a lot of optimization within the system itself. So let's say we go with target attribute, and the current adjustment is this month, and we want to change the additional adjustment in this case. So what we will do is that we will also apply more of the difference in this case. And then we will want to apply this sales cycle, let's say from the 16th of August. So imagine today is 15th of August, and we uploaded the data from 1st to 14th. And then we are running this cycle, let's say from the 17th to the 31st of August. Once we do that, we confirm the setup. Once you do that, then it will show you what the target adjustment is for these attributes and what we have changed it from. And then you can export those adjusted margins. Those adjusted margins you can save, and then you can also see them, which will give you details of the exact margin to be applied on each product based on the attributes that are there in the product. Then you click on run cycle when you are ready, and then the cycle is running. So during this time, you are actually applying the margins that have been set by the system for this optimization cycle into your actual market. So once you've done that, you come back here and you upload the results. So once you pass that period, you have the sales results, and we will upload the sales results. Now the system again intelligently maps, and all you need to provide is the product ID, which is your product code or the SKU code, the sales volume and sales price for the period that we just ran. You submit the sales data, and then your cycle is completed and data is saved, and then it will tell you what the results of those cycles were. So in this case, we adjusted the attribute size. The average daily sales previous, because you can run it for different periods, was 149. Now it has gone up, so you have actually made more on the overall sales. However, what you have realized is that the adjustments for 30 ml products has had a positive impact, but the 50 ml products have had a negative impact. So then, based on these learnings, the system will give you the recommendation. And in this case, the system recommendation is that you can move on to the next attribute, and then we will select the next attribute. If you wanted to continue optimizing the same attribute, you can continue to do that. So in this case, we can further optimize these as required. So for example, in this case, we saw that the 50 ml had a negative impact when we had adjusted the margin to much higher. That means if you want, we can come and actually leave it as it is for the 30 ml, and then this one we can actually apply some negative margin to bring it back. So let's do that. So in this case, because we saw that the result was negative, although the overall result was positive, we can adjust it down a little bit, and then we confirm and continue. So it'll ask you to confirm the selection, and then you confirm. So now what we are doing is that our current margins after our adjustments in the first cycle were 6 minus 6 and plus 6.5%. We realized that this plus 6.5% going up from 4% was actually detrimental that attribute. So in this case, then what we will do is we will go to the size variant, and then we can run another cycle with those adjustments. So we will leave this one as it is, and then this one we will bring it down. So this time now, because we are now in September, we will now run this cycle from the 1st to the 14th of September for 2 weeks. And we do that and we confirm the setup. The same thing happens again for the next cycle. Now, as you can see, we have brought it down a little bit, and then we export the adjusted margins. So this gives us the new margin for the new cycle, and we can save it, and then we can apply it into our channels. So you run the cycle same as before. We will upload the results of the next cycle, which are coming from your sales or accounting systems, and then we submit that data again. So now we have completed the second cycle, and as you can see, now the 30 ml has had a slight negative impact, which is fine, but the 50 ml has had a positive impact through this adjustment, and our average daily sales has also gone up. So this is really useful. And then we come here. Now, as we wanted to carry on, we can now carry on into the next attribute if you are happy with the adjustments that we have done on this attribute. And when we do that, it will recommend us what are the adjustments for the next cycle for this particular variant, and we can adjust it more or less if required. But most people actually go with the system recommended values because that works well and is based on a very well-tuned and optimized recommendation engine. So you do that and so on. So then you get the selection, and once you confirm, then you run this next cycle and so on. So you can continue doing that, and once you've done all of this, then if you wanted to end the project and you're happy with the extra profits that it's rolling in, you can click on that, and then you can end optimization and confirm. So that will confirm your optimization project as complete and take you to the reports. And then you can view the reports in the reports tab. Go to the reports where you can see the trend of your margin and the profits, and also go into detail into each of the cycles to see further details in terms of the adjustments and the impact of those adjustments. So I hope you like the demo, and
Feel free to use the product. You can get to the different parts of your application from the dashboard. So you can go to projects, to go to existing projects or create new projects. You can go to data to look at the data that you have uploaded, as well as the results of the analysis of the data. You can go into optimization to look at the existing cycles or set up new cycles, and you can look into reports to go through the analysis and results of the cycles that you have run. So feel free to use the product and get in touch with any feedback and any questions and other things that you might require. Thank you very much for staying with me. This is Rakesh, the founder of MarginWhiz, the profit and margin optimization tool to maximize profits for everyone. Thank you. Bye.